Guys, Starkiller1 here. Welcome back. This is the 24-hour arena challenge for the SMUG Veterans. Okay, so this is where I left you. Unfortunately, I was in such a hurry doing that video because I had to be somewhere, that I didn't give you this final shot at the end of the video. But this is what you would have seen had I not rushed and clicked off record and rushed out straight after recording it. That's all. Yeah, that wasn't helped by the fact that I did the new Akbar comparison, and I'd intended just to do one fight each. And I kind of felt Newt hadn't had a fair shout, and so I end up doing 3 each. 6 fights, takes a bit longer, and everything got rushed. Anyway, so my apologies for that. What you have is a screenshot. That's all I can offer you. Anyway, let's find out how the boys got on. To remind you, the team was Jedi Training Ray, R2-D2, BB-8, and the Veteran Smugglers. And one of the great things about being on YouTube, and one of the great things about on the rare occasions you get to be the first with the team, you kind of get to name it, and then other people come up with better names. But for now, we're going to call them the SMUG Veterans, because I think that works well for them. Okay, so moment of truth. Wow, that's awesome. So it's actually about 16.5 hours. Just looking there, just make sure I'm not lying to you. It's thinking about it. There we go, there's the photo. Yeah, okay, so 16.5 hours in. And they have dropped to 7th. This is going to be a very short series of videos, people. Okay, we'll get onto that shortly. What I would like to do is just take a quick look at where we were yesterday. Let's go all the way down to the to 30s. I think we were about 37th yesterday, maybe. Okay, let's just have a look. Similar kind of crowd. Wow, okay, so 36 and 37 are both people who do relatively well. Yeah, Aroma really, to be honest, has struggled since JTR teams have come out. But yeah, that shows that some good people getting knocked down to that level. You'll recognise views. Wow, okay, 28. ZRRR. This is the guy who got paid out literally just before I took first. So in the hour before I took first place, this was the guy who got paid out. So he's dropped to 28th with the Commander Luke team. Stazza's at 27 with the Commander Luke team. Dragmore we spoke about yesterday. So these guys have all dropped down into the 20s with good teams. Generally, people have end up back where they, Sandpaper Socks we discussed yesterday, really kind of solid team on offense, but that's dropped into 16th. Giannia, yeah, these guys, there's a lot of drops. Yeah, 2Bs has held really well with the Tide team. So there you go, 2Bs who paid out not immediately after, but about an hour and a quarter or so after I took first. So 2Bs paid out an hour and a quarter after, so they've had slightly less time to drop. Running the Tide team, running the team that Warrior, I think it's Warrior has said, is the defense team to have. So the Tide team's dropped down to 11th. You know what? I'm pretty happy with that. Paulos on the same payout as me. Obviously, he would have paid out first because I didn't defend my payout. So he would have paid out first. He's running that aggressive version of the Jedi Training Raid team that I was saying I thought would be really good yesterday, with a non-resistance tank and Jedi Ray and Scavenger Ray. And although she's kind of a Jedi scavenger if you think about it, when she went and picked up the lightsaber. But enough of me waffling. That, I think, is a really nice team. I think it's solid on defense. I think it's brutal on offense. And I think, actually, you know, that's a team that the Akbar team I've been playing before would really struggle with. It just wouldn't get near it. So, you know, interestingly, as I said, he would have paid out 2¼ hours after I started. So, but that for me is clearly a sign that that's a very strong defense team. I'm pretty happy. I've got to be honest. That to me shows that the veteran smugglers hold up on defense. I will also just flag up for you while we're doing this that at the moment I am running without a Zeta on Jedi Training Ray. A lot of the Jedi Training Rays in my shard have got Zetas on them. I've got a Zeta on the leadership, but not on her insight. And a lot of the guys who are running with a Zeta on insight, and I'm not quite there yet, and you know that makes a huge difference because that extra 5% every time she evades, and she evades every single go. So, and in fact, R2's there as well. You know, then she comes on stealth, she evades. She may well get a go because the turn matrix potential, she would almost never get hit, which is kind of a scary thought if she's gaining health and protection, which is almost never getting hit. So that's important. I also don't have a Zeta on either the veteran smugglers. I think I'm going to have to put my money where my mouth is and put the Zeta on veteran Han, which is going to be really painful because it means not putting a Zeta on insight for Jedi Training Ray, and it means not putting a Zeta on Kylo Unmasked, which is going to kind of slow down some of the other plans I had. But I think it's worth it to see whether or not, you know, that really makes a big difference. Because if it does, that makes this team really pretty special. I don't think the Zeta on Chewie is as important because the way in which I use Chewie means that you know it won't be so significant. It's only significant in hand dies. Okay, anyway, please come back. I'm going to make a run for first place. It's going to be a very short run for first place. And I will see you on that video. Bye for now.